Hey, you're tuned into TriStar Radio, hanging in the back room with your boy Big Cheese the Boss. I'm playing all my favorite songs, so I hope they're your favorites too. So, hey, stick around. I hope you enjoy it. In the back room with your Tam, take three.
Hi, I'm Jatam. When I want to listen to some classic R&B hip hop hits, I tune into TriStar Radio.
That was great.
Daddy, am I gonna get paid for this?
You get paid if
Hey, I'm back. This is you're hanging in the back room with Big Cheese the Boss, aka. Hey, I hope you enjoyed some of those songs, the music that we play. I like them, so that's what I play. I'm the boss, so I get to choose what I want to do. I don't have no program director telling me what to do. But hey, one thing that I want to cover, I pulled some statistics. I think I said it right. Did I say it right? Yeah, I guess I said it right. But one of the things that bothered me, well, I tell you what, before I get into that, I just want to cover this. I want to just say this. We went to Detroit for our family reunion. I like to give it up for Detroit. My family in Detroit, they put on a beautiful reunion. I had a wonderful time. We did the little river cruise. I ain't gonna say little, but about 3-4 hour cruise with the river cruise, the Detroit Princess. And we had a great time. We partied, we danced. I mean, we had a wonderful time. So, so I kind of been away for a while. Haven't been doing any shows, but I'm back, and we're gonna do our thing, continue to do our thing. But one of the things that brought this up when we want to say, I wanted to pull some statistics, and I did some research on it. I had a friend of mine that had found out his son had a baby, and don't get me wrong, he's not only a friend, he's like a brother to me, and I love this dude, and he didn't do anything wrong. I think that he did anything that any responsible man or person would do, so that's not the thing that kind of like disturbed me, that bothered me. It was the response that was received. He got a grandbaby now, and he posted pictures and comments on Facebook, and we're Facebook friends, so I can see the comments that people were making. I can see their response to him posting pictures about the grandchild and about the I guess the new addition to his family. And the comments is what disturbed me. And I started thinking, is that appropriate? Is it right? I was reading comments like congratulations and stuff like that, and I'm thinking shaking my head like, no, this is not a congratulation moment. This is not like he's married and they're having their first child, and he's doing. That's not something you congratulate someone for. And that's the thing that bothered me, is how people was congratulating him, and people was patting him on the back, and that really, really bothered me. So it's like I really didn't know how to take it. So I started thinking about the difference between how this generation is being treated versus how our generation was treated when we was growing up. Now, it was some things that happened when we was growing up that was considered not a good thing. So, I wanted to kind of pull some stats and see the comparisons. But right now we're going to go to Ahmad Lewis back in the day, and I guess it's a fitting song. So, hey, you're tuned into TriStar Radio. You're in the room with Big Cheese the Boss. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid. I remember back in the days when I was just a little niggero. I looked up to my bigger bro, begged if I could kick it, so when he went out with girls, I could go tagging along, nagging. If she had a sis, maybe could mac a baby hood rat. Y'all remember way back then when it was 19 5 all the way live. I think I was about 10, one of those happy little niggas singing the blues that be always trying to bag with the shag and karate shoes, saying yo mama black, his mama this, his mama that. Then he get mad and wanna scrap. We stay mad about 10 minutes like back on the bike to play hide and go get it with the younger hoes by the bungalows. Then switch to playing ding dong ditch when that gets old and too cold to hack it. Threw on a bomber jacket. You can tell the ballers cause they bell wearing gazelles. And if they really had money raised, be sporting cakes. And all the girls had they Turkish link. If it broke, then they made earrings to it, like they meant to do it. But sometimes I still sit and reminisce, then think about the years I was raised. Back in the day, back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a back in the day. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a back in the day. I'm still back in the days, but now the year is 87, 88. That's when my crew and I were in junior high in 7th grade. I hated school, wishing it grown up. No doubt I couldn't wait to get out and be a grown up. But let me finish this reminiscing and telling about when girls was spelling tight corduroys like for the boys, basket weaves, Nike Cortez and footsie socks, and eating pickles with Tootsie Pops, and it don't stop. I'm glad cause when JJ's bad did Supersonic, it was kinda like a sport to wear biker shorts or to wear jeans, and it seemed like the masses of hoochies had poison airbrushed on their asses. The dudes had on Nike suits and the Pumas with the fat laces, cause it was either that or K-Swiss. I miss those days, and so I pout like a grown jerk, wishing all I had to do now was finish homework. It's true, you don't realize really what you got till it's gone, and I'm not gonna sing another sad song, but sometimes I do sit and reminisce and think about the years I was raised. Back in the day, back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a back in the day. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a back in the days. I remember way back when. I remember way back when. I remember way back when. Back in the day. Back in the day. Well, it's the niggero. I figured that now I'm all grown up because I'm 18 years old, and guess you can say I'm holding down a steady job and proof steady mobbing, you steady bobbing your head, and I paint, so I got it made, but didn't always have clout. Used to live in South Central LA, that's where I stayed and figured a way out. I gave it all I had, so for what it's worth, I went from rags to riches, which is a drag, but now I'm first, so hard and the Joneses is on our way up. Yeah, we said that we just don't make it since a kid, and we finally did, but sometimes I still sit there reminiscing, thinking about the years I was raised. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a back in the day. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a back in the day. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days.
All right, all right.
I got Jack for mine.
Hey, we're back. We're back in the back room with Big Cheese the Boss, and I hope you enjoyed that song. Back in the day, but we was talking about the landscape, and I call it landscape of Black America because it's changed so much from things that when I was growing up in my generation that if something like this was to happen, it would be an embarrassment. It would be a stain on our family. And now, when someone have a child, 15 years old, they're congratulated. Okay, and that's not the only thing. And don't get me wrong. Please don't get me wrong. I don't want, to get the negative emails and response and replies saying that, I outed anybody. No, I didn't out anybody. I'm not talking bad about anybody. And me and my buddy, we have had this conversation before. Now, I think, again, that him and his wife are doing anything and everything that any responsible adult would do. They're taking their responsibility. Their child made a mistake, and they're doing it. My concerns, my issues, my problem, or whatever you want to call it, it's not with the family. My problem is with the people that's responding to the news. That's where my issue comes in at. Because they're congratulated, and then you look at drug use is being celebrated. Going to prison is being celebrated. Teenage boys are walking around here toting guns. It's you have to think about it. It's like, what are you doing, and where are you going where you feel you have to carry a gun? I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. And it's celebrated. Someone go to prison, go to jail, it's a proud moment. No, people, no, it's not a proud moment. It's not something that need to be celebrated. It's not something that we should celebrate. That should be a stain on your family if your son go to jail, if your son using drug use. That should be a stain on your family. That should not be something that you should be proud of. I'm not proud of it. I don't condone it. I don't like it. I just think that it's something that we need to check ourselves. We need to sit back and reevaluate where we're going at. And so that's the reason why I pulled out some stats. I've heard these from I heard some numbers from other places, and I wanted to do some research on it myself. So I went to some sites that I thought was reliable, and some of the stats that I got was from I went to alternate.org. And it said, while people of color make up about 30% of the United States population, they account for 60% of imprisonment. 60, over half. So we only, and this said, it's not black people, it said people of color. While people of color make up 30% of the United States population, they account for 60% of those in prison. The prison population grew by 700% from 1970 to 2005. It's like, wow. That's a lot of people. And that's just, it's those numbers are disturbing, but it's celebrated. I look on Facebook, and I see these prison pictures, prison poses. And I'm like, dude, what's going on in our country with Black America when we celebrate, those type of things? I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't know how to come up, but I got some more numbers that I think is just equally disturbing. But it is what it is. We're going to cover it. We're going to talk about it. But right now, I got to take a break. We're going to play some more music, and we'll be right back. So stay tuned.
Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young,